Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video on Nikke Goddess of Victory. So if you guys saw my last video, I did manage to pull Kokora. So in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is, going over my first impression, my first opinion on this character because I summoned for her. I've used her a couple of times, tested her out, seen what stages have debuffs to see whether she's going to be useful. And then I will be going over whether she's better than Lita because Lita is still currently the best burst 1 character in the game. And Kokora does have a little bit of similarity between Lita and herself, so we're going to be talking about in today's video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, stay tuned for more content on Nikke Goddess of Victory. If you guys don't want to miss out on future Nikke content, make sure you are subscribed, make sure our post notification is on. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like button and show your support. Okay, let's get right into it. It only took me about 30 summons to pull Kokora. Still gonna be summoning for Soda. But Kokora is a burst 1 character just like Soda and Lita, sorry. And with her abilities, let's just go ahead and see what she can actually do. Now, I will say this, I'm pretty sure it's obvious who is gonna be better, Lita or Kokora. I'm pretty sure we all know Lita is, because Lita is very much insane in this game. For a character with only 20 20-second cooldown with her burst skill, she has so many utility that is insane. Like Kokora over here can help you guys with the dispelling. I think she's one of the few units in this game that has dispel debuff, which is going to be very useful. And I feel like in the future, just in case they do add content with multiple debuffs, she might be a go-to character. But right now in the stage of this game, there's not that many content that has debuffs in the Union raid. There is certain characters that do apply debuff, and this character will be able to dispel that, so maybe she does have a place in the Union raid. However, I don't think she's going to be insane right now. Anyways, so with the first skill, it affects all allies, recovers HP of the cover. Now comparing that to Lita does like 17% more, or increases the HP cover a lot more compared to Kokora, but Kokora is affecting all of the allies, which is great. So what else does she do? She's also able to dispel debuffs. This is how many seconds? So 15-second cooldown, not too bad. Going over to skill 2, attacks activates when attacking full charge. Basically she's able to reduce the sustained damage by 3.06%, stacks up to 15 times and lasts for 5 seconds. So that is great at helping you guys sustain, or helping her sustain and not get killed basically. Going over to the burst skill, which is very important, affects all allies, so she dispels all debuff on allies, or every ally, which is insane. Once again, when a stage comes out where it's like multiple debuffs, she will be insane for the burst skill. Activates when professional tomato sauce is fully stacked, affects all enemies, so she's able to decrease the attack by 9.51% for 10 seconds. This is going to be great. As you can see right now, with all of her skills, she doesn't really buff up your damage, but at the same time, if there is a stage where they debuff your attack, if she's able to dispel the debuff, you then get back your attack that you've been debuffed on, and you were able to sustain your damage. Now, the reason why I wanted to compare her with Lita is because Lita, if you go over to Lita, she right now has one of the best burst abilities. So as you can see, affects all allies for 5 seconds, increase attack by 52.8%. Now obviously, if you're comparing my Lita and Kokora, Lita has a level 6 skill, whereas Kokora has a level 4, and Lita has a better gear, has a 1-star advancement, and her bond level is like level 20, compared to Kokora, whose bond level is not that high, like level 5, and doesn't have any duplicates in. So naturally my Lita will deal more damage, or be better than Kokora. However, just taking a look at the skills, it is pretty obvious that Lita will be better. If you go over to Nikkepedia, now for burst 1 characters for PvE content, there is actually not that many good ones compared to like other sections. Actually, burst 2 characters are the ones where you do need better burst 2 characters in the game. Actually, there's not that many good burst 2 characters in the game, but burst 3 there's an abundant amount of good solid damage dealers. But with burst 1, if you go ahead and take a look at the best burst 1 characters, we have Emma, good for sustaining your characters, keeping them alive. Lita, able to buff up your attack, cooldown buff as well, cooldown debuff for your characters, cover increases or recovers cover HP. Very insane. Pepper is also pretty good as well. Who else? Noise is still pretty good. And then we have Rapunzel, but she's a program character, so more than likely not that many people gonna have her. And then now we have Cocoa. If you guys are looking for a character that can just help you guys overall with your cover HP with despelling, Cocoa is going to be your go-to character. So to test her out, we're going to go over to Union Raid, I guess. We're going to see the damage difference between this team and so first of all, my Lita is already at level 20 for bond, and she also has a level 6 skill. She has the better gear, but you should still be able to see the comparison. Let me just go into this. I'll show you guys the end score, because I don't think it's going to be interesting to just see the attack animations, but whatever. Okay, so Lita is going to be the buffer. We have Haran over there to do great AoE damage or bleed damage, and then we also have Privity to buff up damage, stun, huge AoE. We have Dollar over here to buff up our attack even more, and we have Modernia just to increase our attack. So I will be back after I got the final results. Okay, so this is our total damage, 33 million. And this is the amount of damage done. I should probably try and remember this. So Lita did 3 million, sorry. Haran did a lot of damage, Privity, Modernia as well, pretty good. Let's just go back and switch out Lita for the new character, Cocoa. Okay, so using Cocoa, this is the amount of damage we got. I will say though, so this is the difference, blah blah blah, but Modernia did the most amount of damage this time. But let's go over to the new Union Raid, because I want to say something about particular bosses. So if you go over to new Union Raid, there we go. So obviously we know there's different bosses, and there is some bosses that do give you debuffs. So let me just quickly check. There we go. So Radiation Ray that temporarily reduces Nikke's attack, decreases attack by 40%. If you have Cocoa, you will be able to remove the debuff of the attack down from this particular bosses. But increases all Raptors defenses as well, so that it makes them tanky, so it doesn't really matter to Cocoa, sorry. Decreases HP recovered by 100% to Nikke's as well. Once again, Cocoa will be able to dispel that as well. I always like to say that with Lita, you're getting yourself extra damage though. With Lita, you get yourself extra damage, you're able to put out more damage. With Cocoa, you're able to remove all the debuffs the opponent gives to you. However, the bosses I've showed you guys, so Doctor only debuffs your attack by 40%, but if you have Lita, you've leveled up her skills, you will see that your attack can actually be buffed up above 40%, so you're basically a little bit mitigating the debuff done to you, and you're getting a little bit extra damage as well. Whereas if you use Cocoa instead, all she'll do is dispel that but not give you extra damage as well. So no matter what, Lita will always have Lita in your team will help you deal more damage compared to using Cocoa. But once again, she is an okay replacement to Lita. But I will say this, if you're free to play, I'm pretty sure you guys will know my answer. I actually still would say skip, because Pilgrim characters will be coming out very, very soon. Once again, just pure speculation. However, you definitely want to save your resources for that, as well as we also know about Soda, who I think will be a better character than Cocoa in my opinion. And Soda is also another burst 1 character. So yeah, if you're looking for another good burst 1 character, I feel like Soda might be the one to go for, just because you have Lita, a great replacement for PvE content. But with Soda over here, I do feel like with her ability over here, she's going to be great for PvP. For those people interested in PvP, I feel like she will be good, but she doesn't actually buff up your attack. Let me see. So yeah, stunning ability, that's great. Increases buffs, so that's great as well. The max HP stacks up, yeah, okay, so yeah, she's great for PvP. She will be good for PvE as well if she's able to tank all this damage based on the skills I can see she has. Then yeah, it is going to be possible. But yeah, Lita versus Cocoa, the answer is pretty obvious. Lita is just insane. It's my boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and I'm out.